morning, everyone. Hope that you all are doing well. Well, I am finally doing a homeschool video. I have had this on my list to do forever, and I just haven't been able to get to it. So, I am sharing with you the things that we are changing up this year. So, we're sticking with the good and the beautiful. If you have seen my previous videos from last school year, we are sticking with the good and the beautiful. And actually, my kids finished like their level a good part way through the year, and we just immediately, jumped to the next level. So we're kind of picking up in mid-levels. We just took a very small summer break. I think we took we might have taken a month off total. So all their language arts and their math stuff, they are starting fresh. Anyways, they are just picking up in the middle of where they were. Okay, you with me? So during my break time, like everybody else, I'm reevaluating. So sorry, I hit the camera. What works and what doesn't work. I'm a terrible curriculum follower, y'all. That's my confession. It's me. I don't know. I just don't follow the curriculum very well. So for science and history, I'm changing things up yet again. For history, we are going to be diving into Little House on the Prairie stuff. I've ordered the Prairie Primer. That's what I'm going to be sharing with y'all. We just naturally I just turned on the show one day, and the kids liked it. Now, I tried this a few years ago. I turned it on, and the kids didn't really care for it. But for some reason, it stuck with them this time, so I'm kind of excited about it. I was like, you know what? Why don't we start reading the books again? We read them several years ago as well, so we are rereading the Little House on the Prairie series. We are in the Little House on the Prairie book. We are almost done with that one. So it's been fun, and I think my kids are like me. They're more visual, and I think seeing the show and reading the book, like, it's helping bring it more to life for them. So, anyways, so I had originally planned on going with the Good and the Beautiful History Year 1, and I was looking at it, and I was like, just if I order it, what if I don't follow through with it, because I am terrible at it. I'm really bad, y'all. I was like, what if we did the Prairie Primer? And so I really was second guessing myself, going back and forth. I was like, you know what, let's just do the Prairie Primer, and, I can always go get the Good and the Beautiful History. So, anyways, I got the Prairie Primer, and so far I'm really enjoying it. Now, we had already read Little House in the Big Woods, so if you're familiar with this at all, it goes through each book, and then it has lessons, during each book. So the whole first section is Little House in the Big Woods. I'm skipping over that, and we're going to the Little House on the Prairie section. And now, since we're almost done with the book, I am really just kind of chopping it up, and I'm just looking through each week, and whatever stands out to us is what we're doing. I'm not following it to a T because I'm a rebel, and that's what I do. So anyway, so for instance, in my mind, I kind of have planned, it's a very loose plan, okay, that's how I plan, very loosely, is during the week, if we have time, we are reading, we are doing some things, and I'm hoping that this year, on Fridays, we will do some sort of activity. We will do some sort of hands-on project, and I'm thinking if I have a designated day that we will actually do it, right? So that's my plan. So anyways, for instance, last week our activity was I took some chalk and I drew out a 4-foot by 10-foot section on the driveway, and I brought a quilt outside, and I told all the kids to gather inside the box. They're like, what on earth are we doing? I was like, now picture this. This is about the size of what a covered wagon is. And they were all like, oh my goodness. So I told all the little kids that they could bring one toy, just one, and the older kids couldn't bring anything. They had to go get an item from the kitchen that they thought that we would need if we were to go, on a long trip out west. So that was fun. The kids all enjoyed it. It did not take that long at all, but, it's just a little something that we can add, and like I said, it was simple, so I could do it. So anyways, this week we actually dove into some family ancestry on my mom's side and how our family came over to America, and I actually have some documents on that and stuff, and we pulled out some old family pictures of them, and that was kind of fun too. So anyways, this I think is going to go well because I'm doing it very loosely. So with that, I ordered a ton of other books on Little House on the Prairie. I will share that in another video. So in the Prairie Primer, it has tons of book suggestions. One of the big things the week that we're on was to get stuff about the Pony Express. So we read about that this morning. Today's Friday, so this is when we did a lot of the extra stuff. We read about some Indians it specifically said to read about Osage Indians, but I just happened to have this book, so I read the little part on it that talked about the Osage Indians. Anyway, so simple machines, this was one thing, and I actually have a lot of other books on force and motion and simple machinery. But this I literally just gave to the kids and said, go do something, have fun. They did. It was great. So I came across this at my used book sale. So we are looking at this. This actually has some great pictures in it that shows, I'm trying to get to it. Where is it? Firsthand, you know, what things were like. I'm looking for the cabin one. Well, I'll just show you this. So, and it gives some, you know, details about the sections and stuff like that. And we have been reading about how, or what was the Wild West. So it's been a lot of fun. Okay, so we're having a lot of fun with Little House on the Prairie. And I have a ton of other stuff, books that I've gotten that I will show y'all, like I said, in another video. So I am doing a looping schedule very loosely. I'm not doing an every other day, alternate, or whatever. I'm doing more what kind of works, you know, for the day, because that's how my life is. It's by the day. So with that, my plan is we will follow Little House on the Prairie stuff pretty much throughout the year. And the other thing right now that we're doing is we're doing a butterfly unit study. And then after that, I plan on doing the Good and the Beautiful space. I think it's just called space unit study. So anyways, for butterflies, I got this book at our used book sale as well. And this has a bunch of activities in it to do. Now we have not actually done an activity out of this yet, but that is going to be next Friday. I will do an activity out of that. I have been reading a little bit of this book every day during our morning time, and that has been a good bit of fun. The kids have enjoyed it, and it has great pictures. This is about the monarch butterfly. It's been really cool. So then for an activity, we went outside and we went for a walk, and we were to hunt down some butterflies. I had some, I don't have them here with me, I'll show them to you in a second. I had some butterfly cards that I printed from Pinterest, and I wanted us to find a butterfly other than the monarch butterfly. I have a lot of butterfly weed or milkweed in my yard, so we see a lot of monarch butterflies. And that was one thing that we were learning, is that different plants bring different types of butterflies. It was really cool, so this totally wasn't planned or anything like that. Like I said, I have a lot of milkweed in my yard, and I have some just in a bucket. And caterpillar, so we went outside and I showed them, you know, this is milkweed, this is what, you know, monarch caterpillars like. And there happened to be, goodness, Payton's right here. Payton, how many caterpillars were on that plant? Like 5, 6 more. There was a ton, like there was more than 5 caterpillars on the plant eating it away. And they remembered what it had looked like. And so it was, again, I didn't plan it, it just happened. I love it when that happens. So we're looking at this plant, and they were like, but Mommy, all the flowers and the plants are gone. I was like, so what they're doing is they're eating down this plant. And then their bellies, it's just like the Hungry Caterpillar book, which I read to Reagan and Harper and Logan. And I was like, they get their bellies all full, and then they, you know, form their chrysalis. So it really worked out cool. But we did find 2 other butterflies on our walk that weren't monarch butterflies. And now, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of them. So, again, very, very loosely, I have a butterfly painting craft that we're going to do at the end after we've done all this. I have printed things off of Pinterest that we're going to fill out and do. So, again, this was just something that was going to be, I'm going to show you the other stuff that I have. More hands-on, and I just feel like, you know, it makes things more fun. Okay, so I set up this shelf, and this is where I want our unit study stuff to go, because if I don't see it, I'm gonna forget to do it, y'all. So I set this basket here, and I'm hoping that the kids will fill it with awesome flowers or leaves or petals or sticks that they all find and that they want to keep. And these are the cards that I printed off for them. It's a, you know, Montessori matching game, but we took those outside with us so that we could identify some other butterflies. I have this game that I thought that would be fun to go along with what we're doing. And then I made this for Reagan and Harper. You know, one side is glued and one side's Velcro so that they can match the different butterflies. And a kid already pulled that one off, and you know, that's just the way that it goes. And then I have some butterfly size sorting, butterfly letter B sorting, again for the younger kids. And then I have the nature detective out here for them. Okay, so besides the shelf setup for our unit studies, my plan is to do our learning board. So this used to house our calendar and a bunch of other stuff that we honestly just did not use. So my plan is to decorate this with items, you know, that is going to go along with our unit study. So I decorated this for the 4th of July when we did a whole 4th of July unit study. And now I'm doing the butterfly unit study. So I just printed things from Pinterest and anything. So I also printed pictures of crafts that I want to do, and I stuck them on here because I'll forget to do them. I have mom brain, y'all. Okay, the struggle is real. So I'm going to share our board with you. So here is our learning board, and I'm loving to be able to put something visual for the kids on here. So obviously I just printed basic things from Pinterest. But the kids have enjoyed. There is some other stuff that's on here that the kids have taken off and have been carried throughout the house, but that is perfectly fine because that is what it's for. And then this is the craft that I want us to do on our next walk. So that is it for my plans for history and science. Again, once we are done with the butterfly unit study, which I'm thinking it might last us another week or two, we will alternate between the Prairie Primer and doing the Good and the Beautiful Space unit study. I have it all printed, but I haven't completely put that together. And then once that's done, you know, I'll ask the kids, what else do you want to learn about? And that's what we'll do. Doing unit studies works so much better for my family than a set curriculum. And I don't know why. I think it's because I have ADHD. But anyways, the last thing I want to show you is how I'm storing this stuff. So I spent a good amount of time planning before we started school, and then it's like you have all this stuff. How do I keep it? Because that's my big thing. I end up losing things or forgetting what I wanted to do, so I'm going to show you how I set that up. Okay, so this is how I am storing everything. I have one of these crates. Now I use this for something similar, but I just thought that I would share with you what we're doing. So I have a file folder for each unit study. That's our space unit study. I already have the butterfly one out. This is, I like to do little hands-on things to go along with stories for the preschoolers. So I have a folder in there for that. I have our different sight word things, and then the rest is Logan and Reagan's curriculum for the year. So again, I just put a folder up front, and this is where all of our unit study folders will be held. So whenever I come across something or print a book, or if I print something that goes with that unit study, I can immediately stick it right there. Okay, so that is our plan for the year. I am super excited. The kids have been having a ton of fun with it. So I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and we would love to have you subscribe to our channel and join us along our journey. We hope that you have a blessed day. Thanks. Bye.